With a start here to the ball game, you get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. On play action, McCarthy. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A name Viking fans know well. It's the brother of Dalvin, James Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll buy some time right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
This taken in by Kincaid. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Allen going to change the look here. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Allen rolling to his right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. They'll run with Cook. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Allen off the play fake, rolling to his left.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
See, instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1st down, here's the... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And that one results in 35 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Aaron Jones
punching it in from a yard away.
Front by 3 touchdowns.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. (21-0) our score after one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen on the move to his left. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Allen to throw once more. He'll buy some time right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made and taking it with his feet downfield, that's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself,
and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. What a run there from Josh Allen. And the Bills get a bit closer. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
and frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Third and a yard, McCarthy. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they'll audible to something else. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 63 yards. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Allen steps away to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. On 3rd and long, it's Allen eluding the pressure, and he's going to go down again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. They'll roll him out right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
On 1st down, McCarthy.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jalen Naylor,
48 yards.
and the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. On play action, Allen dancing to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On play action, Allen sliding out of the pocket.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amari Cooper, 71 yards.
And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's when they do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
McCarthy to throw on 2nd and 10.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
McCarthy now on 1st down.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Two yards to go, 2nd down. Throwing is McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. 3rd and 2. Here's McCarthy.
Flushed out right. And it's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jonathan Bullard able to get him for a loss of about 3. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 warming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's brought down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
McCarthy off the play fake. He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Bills are going to recover. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent. and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Now Allen, incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Allen going to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
The right side here caught by Kincaid.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Allen going to change this at the line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Throwing now is Allen.
This one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And now they'll shift things around.
Now Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On second down, here's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Flushed. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
T.J. Hockenson.
61 yards.
And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward is out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Allen's throw taken in by Cooper here.
Touchdown! Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bills are able to at least get one score back. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now McCarthy.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy.
He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time, the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Oh, going in. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Off play action. Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Out to his left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Forced out to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete to Shakir. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. 2nd down and 8. Allen going to audible to a different look.
And here's Allen to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. To the air, Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete. Loose inside the 30.
And finally down at the 9-yard line.
Now they'll change things up.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit.
Allen will try to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A very solid gain of 27.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage. Some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Allen gonna go on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to lose yardage here. as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One final try here for Allen. That is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Amari Cooper, 38 yards.
And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's McCarthy.
Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw McCarthy.
Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jalen Naylor.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen now looks to throw.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now Allen going to change it up.
Rolling to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amari Cooper, 30 yards.
And the Bills get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opponent.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else. So after the INT, it's Allen. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit.
It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they'll throw in McCarthy.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Going for it, here's McCarthy.
And now here is another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Now Allen. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Pass complete to Addison.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
In motion right is Addison. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Flush to his right.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw.
McCarthy. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Back to throw.
McCarthy.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Allen. That's caught by Shakir.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Escaping the pressure right.
Into the hands of Cooper.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Allen going to change the look here.
It's caught by Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. To throw is Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That is intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because